The next technique is the muscle bending of the pectoralis major muscle. This muscle is an important muscle to stretch because, as you can see, look at the space between the back of her shoulder and the treatment table. That's like 4 fingers. This side, between 3 and 4 fingers. This is a very high-tech measurement device. Yeah, you can break out the protractor if you want, but in a post-COVID world, that means you got to clean the protractor. So let's just go with our fingers that we will be doing our hand washing every time. So I've got a sense for this one's posture. And we know what we need to work on. Pectoralis major, we all know where it originates and inserts. Let's hold that arm up there for me. The reason why I want to do this is I want this young lady to know that I'm working on a muscle and not getting into any delicate areas. But I'm putting my thumb right underneath her pectoralis major. Right underneath it. And the other hand is going to come in up and over. And a little bend. Now, if you're doing it right, they feel it.
Yep. Yep.
But I've kind of decreased the force a little bit. And what I'm doing now is rhythmic rocking. During the lecture part of the course, you probably heard me talking about Traegering. Of course, by that time, you know, we're more than 4 minutes in. Your forehead might have been in your forearm the entire time during that lecture, but I understand. But Traegering is rhythmic rocking, and this rhythmic rocking helps to loosen up this pectoral muscle. And like that, we got it down to 2 fingers. Now let's switch to the other side and see if you can get a better angle of me doing this. So hold that up there, and when you hold that arm there, your pectoral muscle is contracted. Thumb underneath there. Got to stick it a little bit up into the pit.
Ow.
This side's a little tighter.
Yeah, it is.
And on this one, it's actually her pectoralis minor that's tight, and I don't know if I'll be able to teach that on a distance learning format, tensing the difference between the pectoralis major and minor. That's a little challenging. But I just know that the pectoralis minor is tight because that's the muscle right there versus right there. I understand that's not going to play well on camera. But what is going to play well on camera is knowing that the next technique to teach is pectoralis minor. So we know the origin of the pectoralis minor. What do you think? Should I do the more painful or less painful side first?
More painful.
More painful side first wins.
Super pain. Wow.
The right side is the more painful side, and it's going to be right
Yep.
there. That spot right there that hurts, that is the origin of the pectoralis minor. The insertion is on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th ribs. Ladies, fellas, you recognize this. I am not going to be able to put my hands on the 4th rib of a female patient. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to be able to get in there and do a nice little massage. That would never work. You know, most of the time when I teach this class, I get a male volunteer to come down and I go through and I demonstrate and I press on all those spots. And then I say, yeah, there's no way I'll be able to do this on a female specimen. But this specimen is kind enough to let me do this. So,
Ow.
gotta get your finger a little bit inferior to the origin. And get a little skin tension. And then you scoop in under. And what a glorious stretch. With your left hand, point to where you feel that stretch.
It's like all through here.
Okay? So that's the first head, the one that attaches the first rib of the pectoralis minor. In the clinic, often I'll actually be skin on skin, but this one's so tight I don't need that to get a good stretch. Agree?
Mm-hmm.
Good stretch. I've never done this both sides at the same time. I always do one side at a time. See, this side's not even tight. Agree?
Yeah.
Why is the pec major tight on the left and the pec minor on the right?
No.
That probably has something to do with the left-handed or right-handed nature of unilateral tasks. Yeah, so those right there. Now, just after that little playing around, the back of the shoulder almost touches the treatment table. So just like that, we did pectoralis major, pectoralis minor. The major is a muscle bend. The minor is just a stretch. I'm trying to turn this off. Give me a break.
He's gonna go through all of this tonight and edit.
I'm not